Welcome to Eternal Materials Malaysia Sendirian Berhad. Now, we will proceed with scheduled waste management training. For better understanding, we need to know what is waste. Waste is any matter whether in a solid, liquid or gas, which is emitted, discharged or deposited in the environment to cause pollution. Waste type. Waste can be divided into two. Hazardous waste is waste that poses a threat to the environment or human. Example is chemical waste. Non-hazardous waste is any waste that causes no harm to human but potentially to environment. Example is food waste. Scheduled waste are categorized as hazardous waste. Usually, hazardous waste will having at least one or more characteristic, which is 1. Ignitability, 2. Corrosivity, 3. Toxicity, 4. Infectious, 5. Reactivity. Next, we need to identify the source of scheduled waste. Scheduled waste can be identified through process or activity uses materials which may contain any hazardous element. Example is production and wastewater treatment activity, maintenance activity and laboratory testing. Now we go to definition of scheduled waste. Based on the Malaysian regulation, scheduled waste is the waste which is listed in the first Schedule of Environmental Quality Regulation Scheduled Waste 2005. First scheduled consists of 77 codes. This code can be divided into 5 groups. SW1 metal and metal bearing waste. SW2 inorganic constituents waste. SW3 organic constituents waste. SW4 waste contain either organic or inorganic constituents. SW5 other waste. Scheduled waste management. Now we know the definition of scheduled waste and how it is generated. Next step is to facilitate the proper storage and labeling. Storage of scheduled waste. Regulation 9 stipulate that scheduled wastes shall be stored in containers which are compatible with the scheduled wastes to be stored, durable, and able to prevent spillage or leakage of the scheduled waste into the environment. Containers containing scheduled wastes shall always be closed during storage. May store scheduled waste generated for 180 days or less after its generation. The quantity of scheduled waste accumulated on the site shall not exceed 20 metric tons. Selection of scheduled waste containers. In normal practice, scheduled wastes are stored in the following containers. Open top drum, steel or plastic. Bung-hole drum, steel or plastic. IBC tank. Jumbo bags. Container must be free from damage such as no bulging, no hole, not rusty, no dented. Corrosive waste such as acid shall not use steel type container. Use bung-hole type container for liquid waste. Use open type container for solid waste. Labeling of scheduled waste. Regulation 10 mention that scheduled waste shall be clearly labeled on the containers. Date when the scheduled wastes are first generated. Name, address and telephone number of the wastes generator. Pictogram specified in third schedule. Waste name and waste code specified in first scheduled. This is example of scheduled waste label. The labels shall be divided into halves. The upper half of the label shall be reserved for the pictorial symbol. Pictorial shall be a square set at an angle of 45 degrees, and the dimension shall not be less than 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. The lower half is containing information. Waste code, waste name, date generated, name of waste generator, address and telephone number of waste generator. All together complete the schedule waste label. Okay, now we will take a look on the list of scheduled waste in Eternal Materials. SW109. Waste containing mercury or its compound. Source from chemical oxygen, demand COD test. Packaging using box wrap with plastic and transfer to jumbo bag. Labeling as per shown. SW110. E-waste. Source from maintenance activity. Packaging may be used either these three packaging. Labeling as per shown. SW204. Sludges containing one or several metals. Source from wastewater treatment process. Packaging may be used either these two packaging. Labeling as per shown. SW305. Used lubricant oil. Source from maintenance activity. Packaging may be used either these two packaging. Labeling as per shown and may be used either these two label. SW322. Waste of non-halogenated organic solvent. Source from production and laboratory activity. Packaging may be used either these three packaging. Labeling as per shown. SW325. Uncured resin waste. Source from production and laboratory activity. Packaging arrangement may use bunghole type for liquid and jumbo bag for solid. Labeling as per shown and can choose either two label. SW408. Used sawdust. Source from production and maintenance activity. Packaging using open top drum or plastic bag, then transfer to jumbo bag. Labeling as per shown. SW409. Disposed empty container. Source from production, maintenance and laboratory activity. Packaging arrangement may follow like this. Labeling as per shown. SW410. Contaminated rags, plastic, paper and filter. Source from production, maintenance and laboratory activity. Packaging arrangement can use either three packaging. Labeling as per shown and can choose either two labeling. SW429. Discarded or off-specification chemical. Source from laboratory activity. Packaging arrangement may use bunghole type for liquid and jumbo bag for solid. Labeling as per shown and can choose either two label. We have covered two part of scheduled waste management, which is scheduled waste generation, storage and labeling. Last part of scheduled waste management is disposal and treatment of scheduled waste. Regulation 4 mentioned that scheduled waste shall be disposed of at prescribed premises only. Regulation 5 mentioned that scheduled waste shall be treated at prescribed premises or at on-site treatment facilities. What is prescribed premises? Based on Malaysian regulation, it means premises has been prescribed by the Environmental Quality Prescribed Premises Scheduled Wastes Treatment and Disposal Facilities Order 1989. In other words, premise must having license and register with Malaysian Department of Environment. Good practice of scheduled waste management. Always aware with type of waste in your workplace. Don't mix up scheduled waste with general waste. Use proper container for storage the waste. Use proper scheduled waste label. Always maintain housekeeping and hygiene at the work area. What will happen if scheduled waste not properly managed? Pollution to the environment. Marine life affected. Human health effects. Increase in cleanup and disposal cost. Thank you for watching this video.